Okay, what is everybody? Today we're back again with another video, and today we are going to be having a look if the Mule are actually fixed and if they have better chances of scoring diamond if their diamond requirement has changed, like on the whitetail. So if you didn't know, whitetail deer now need 255 to make diamond, no longer the 276.3 in that range. They needed something 276 point something. I'm pretty sure it was 0.3, but now they only need 255 to make diamond, which looks a little bit weird, but who knows. I did notice that I did do a little run yesterday, just kind of looking around in terms of if the zones had changed, and I've noticed that this lake right here that I talked about before already, I've got like a ton and a ton of mule deer here. I don't know if they're coming later or if their zone already started, but I've had a huge number of them here. I'm assuming it's going to be late zone, so I guess we're going to come back to this spot. But I've noticed a big spot there. I haven't seen any around this lake anymore, which is kind of tragic, but it happens. Some zones change. You're not always going to get lucky with every lake, but you are always going to have the same amount of zones on a map. Just some of them are going to be at one spot or another. But let me go ahead, look around, see if I can find myself any kind of mule deer, and see in terms of their scoring if anything has changed or not, and just see if we can find more max weight 4s and more reasonable sized 3s and 2s in that concern there. But let me have a look around, and then I'll come back when we actually find some. Well, we have 1-3 there at around 300 out. And then I can actually see another one there a little bit further to the right at another zone. But we can use that kind of as a guidance. And this one does look to be very, very bright. So why don't we try and get that down? See what that is. I think it's just a dilute, but I don't know. It does look pretty white. No, there's a big 4 there. Let's look. Could I get a cheeky shot on him? It's good seeing that they're spawning. Like, at least a max weight this quick. It did take me a little while to find actually some males. I did first of all go down here, and down here I didn't have any. Then I did check this lake obviously over here. Didn't see anything except for females, and then I only saw females around this lake as well. So definitely my zones changed, and I definitely have to do a little run to look around where I have mule deer again, just because obviously the population got reset due to the scoring changes that were done to them. So for console, if you actually have any 5s or diamond potentials of roe deer, whitetail deer, moose, and mule deer, make sure to shoot them before the Teavaroa update actually comes for console. It's still a little while, so don't worry about it. You don't have to go out today rushing it. But before the update comes out, I would definitely shoot those, because all of their populations are going to be reset with this update, and your zones are going to be changed. So what that means is if you have a level 5, let's say mule deer here that has diamond potential on your map, and the update drops, that 5 is basically going to be deleted, and just a new set of completely new males and female not roe deer, mule deer is going to be spawned in for them. So definitely make sure to shoot those, and I wouldn't recommend starting the Great One grind now, because you're just going to have to search for all of your zones again after this update. If you're on PC, this already happened. It's too late now. Your animals are gone. But for everybody on console, you can actually still go ahead and do that and try and shoot those animals and see if you could maybe get lucky and get yourself a diamond. But here's our first 3. Now I'm very curious to see if the diamond requirement changed or not. Before it was something like 313, 314, but let's look. It is a silver level 3, double lunged it, and okay, 314.8 is actually still the diamond requirement, so nothing got changed there, which I guess is good to see. So I'm just assuming that maybe their chances of spawning higher weight is gonna make it a little bit easier to try and find them in those higher weight estimate ranges and those higher weight classes. Now I'm really intrigued to see what this is, and it's a piebald. Oh, okay, I did not see those dark spots on it before, but I definitely take another piebald mule deer. It is rather small, and it was just a level 2, but I'll take it. Mule deers always are nice. I mean, if you didn't see my stream recently where I went through my lodge, I have a whole room just filled with mule deer, and I think I still have one spot free where I might be able to place this guy, so why don't we taxonomize it and find a spot for him in the lodge and I am going to be redoing my lodge, like I said, at some point as well, so his place is probably not going to be permanent unless I keep that room for the mule deer as is. But now let me chase this 4 because I'm pretty sure we didn't get a good shot on it. And then we'll go ahead and I'll show you that overfilled spot down at that lake that we started off at. And here is our big level 4. Let's look. It did look pretty big and it had an estimate up to 306. 269, one of the bigger ones. Obviously, I can't know if this was just lucky or not, so why don't we go to that hot spot there that I was talking about before. I did quickly have to run down because the mailman came, but I'm hoping that this is a late zone considering that they didn't start drinking at 9. So I hope that we can at least see the bombardation of mule deer that I have down here, and yeah. Look at that. There are still more coming from that side there. And look at how many mule deer are at one spot. Not a lot of them are male, to be fair. So what is that guy there? I can't spot him, okay. But look, there are just more and more. And oh, we've got another 4. Got a dilute 3 there as well. Like, look at the amount of mule deer here. There's another 4 there. He's not max weight estimate. But it's another 4 nonetheless. So, did he just change weight? I don't know. Why don't we go ahead and shoot them and see how many of them we could potentially get down. But seeing more of them, like more 4s, like going to 2 zones and seeing 1 at each is making me think that they are fixed and not being broken anymore. But obviously I can't say with a guarantee right now if they are or not, but they do seem to be in better shape than they were before. I've been seeing a lot more 4s now, and we've seen that their score still needs to be the 314 at diamond, but I mean, just look at the amount of mule deer that are here. 3 there, 3 there, but like their rack size is at least a 3. Like they don't look like super big or super small, and I haven't seen too many 2s. Because before there was an issue where a lot of them were like either tiny 3s or they just could barely spawn in as 4s, and there were a lot of 2s as well in the mix there. So all you'd really see are level 2s, level 3s, and occasionally the lower weight estimate 4s. But I don't know. Haven't looked at all the zones yet, but it does seem to be that the distribution of levels at least seems to be a little bit more even, at least in my eyes. Let's start off with, I think this was the 3? Yeah. So look, a reasonable 3, just a silver, but it could be considered a 3. And then here's the 4, 250, not a very high scoring one, but an uneven rack. But I mean, he's barely over the weight estimate, so I feel like the score could fit. Huh. I'm just curious if, I think I'll have to reset time here. Let's look if I can maybe catch one more spot. But it does seem to be like there's more 4s at least spawning. I don't know how common 5s are. We're gonna have to wait and see how many the community actually end up finding, because I could imagine with this being fixed now that a lot more people are gonna try and get themselves a diamond mule deer. And obviously I'm gonna be trying it myself because I actually need one for my every diamond with a bow series. And it seems like we are just in luck. Just enough here. Let's look. Don't want to miss anything. They all are kind of just on one spot. We've got another 2 there. I've got another 3 there. But again, he looks reasonable to be a 3. Let's look. Am I missing anybody back here? Because I remember from before that a lot of them liked being in the back. And there's another 3 there. Okay, that 2 is fleeing. But no, that does all just seem to be females there. So why don't we shoot that 3 up there? Should be around about 300, I would guess. Is turning away, but we got a shot. Any other ones that I maybe missed because of this tree here? Doesn't look like it, but got a 3 there. I'm going to reset time one more time after I pick this guy up. And then we're just going to look through this spot one more time and then just look at some of the other iconic mule deer spots and see if how the level distribution is, because that's really what I'm trying to look at, and to see if there's maybe more potentials for diamond, because it'd be really nice to see these guys be at least more manageable to get as a diamond and not be more of like a very rare occasion of getting one, which I mean is still nice because you're grinding for it. But obviously, if you have Mulder that are not even able to spawn as fives, and then a lot of the fives that you do end up finding are just trolls, this is obviously not nice for somebody who's just trying to get a diamond mule deer. But like I said, it's just time will tell, and time will show how much this actually worked or didn't work. And I did spot another 4 up there feeding, which is good to see. I mean, we can take him down as well. I mean, we're here anyways, so why don't we do that? I would assume he's going to be very close to the 175 estimate in terms of weight, just because of how big his rack looks. But he's obviously not going to score very high, because his estimate did only go up to 269. But I guess we'll just have to see. But now I just have to find this other one. I didn't have the blood track here a second ago, and there it is. So I'm going to track this, see where it leads me, and then we're going to pick up the other guy as well. And here is mule deer number 1. Let's have a look. Wasn't very big, but 210. Just short of being gold. So I can't imagine that the 3s will definitely be able to score them. We might have just found a couple of small 3s here, but did I just have a max weight track? I don't think so, but I saw that 210 in there. That's just the 2 that we spooked earlier. Don't think that's gonna be anything, so let me just pick up that. Was it a 4? I think it was a 4 here. It was a lower estimate 4, which looked pretty big. Yeah, right, yeah, okay, it was the 4. Let me pick that up and see if we have maybe something that's gonna score 260, because if a low estimate 4 can score 260, or maybe 255 plus, then I would feel like they have a very good chance of making diamond again, if this is the score estimate that we're seeing. And well, let's have a look. I don't think he's gonna be quite there. I think he's gonna be maybe 240s, but yeah, 239, so close to my estimate, and close to the max, close to being able to score max weight estimate. Not sure how we got fleshed the first time. Okay, just didn't have enough penetration, but good to know. It was a gold. So why don't I reset time? We'll have another look through everything here, and then I'm gonna do my final verdict, even though I am already, like I said, pretty confident that there shouldn't be any major issues. So I did a little bit more research now in terms of just going through zones, looking at the kind of annual distribution in terms of leveling on what I saw, and like score estimates. I saw a couple 4s being able to go up to the higher score estimates, but I did see a lot of 2s as well. So I personally don't have a problem with that. I think it's okay as long as we're actually seeing 4s, and potentially in the future seeing 5s spawn in, and them not being as rare as they were before, because that really just was way too rare to happen. But look, there's another 4 there, another 3, another 4. So look, is definitely bigger 4s and 3s making it. And why don't I try and get that guy down at least? He's gonna go down, okay. But we can see more now. We can see a little bit more distribution. So I think it's kind of more even now between 2s, 4s, and 3s. But other than that, I can't say much about how common they're gonna make diamonds. We're just gonna have to kind of see in terms of what the community finds, like I said. See kind of how commonly they troll, how commonly they actually make it. And I did see big 4s, like I said. So maybe there is a possibility that bigger 4s could potentially make diamond or not. I think we're just kind of like I said, have to wait for that. And didn't that guy just have a different estimate? Or is that a new mule? I'm confused. Is that the second time we've seen a 4 now switch its weight estimate and its score estimate? Or was that a completely different mule? I don't know. But like I said, this is kind of what I've been able to find so far in terms of them. And I hope this helped you out. Definitely in the comments down below, let me know what you found out about them or what you kind of seen in terms of your mule deer, and if you've actually gone ahead and investigated them and seen if you had maybe any 5 spawn on your map or any big 4s, because I'd be very interested in that. That's gonna be it from me today. If you enjoyed this video, please do smash that like button. It really does help the channel out more than you think, and it shows YouTube that you enjoy my content and it can just share it to more people out there. Secondly, if you're not subscribed yet, definitely make sure to do that and hit that bell icon so you're always notified when I upload new content just like this. Also, there's a link in the description that will lead you to my Discord. I would love to have you there. We are a growing community right now, and maybe you can make it in there. I'd really appreciate it. You can share your cool pics there, cool finds, ask questions, and me and the other community members will try and help you out as best as can. That's gonna be it from me today. Have a good day. Bye bye and peace. Just very quickly here as a reference, before the video ends, this is one of those big 4s that I mean. Like, he has a estimate of 269 of 331, so he could potentially score diamond. I don't think he's big enough, but he has a very big estimate. So I will shoot him soon here, but I will want to try and get him with the bow. I'm not going to do that today because he has definitely potential. But you can see there are some very, very big 4s out there. But just wanted to quickly add this here in the end. I will quickly look through the video and just write in here if that 4 actually did change weight estimate, because that would be a very weird glitch. And that would have been the second time that we saw this today. But that's going to be from me, and enjoy the outro now.